In Rocket League, your ability to react to whatever situation you find yourself in is one of the biggest determining factors to your ability to win games. So in today's video, we'll be discussing how you can make the most of any given situation to help your team be as successful as possible. And real quick, before we do get started, if any of you are interested in having one of your own replays analyzed, make sure you do check out my Discord, which will be linked down in the description, as I do offer free coaching through there. Okay, so this boost is here. Yeah. Okay, so this corner boost is here. So you're starting to go this way. This is another tough skill to learn, but one that's super useful. And the skill is this. Just because this ball is here does not mean you necessarily have to challenge it. Because you know that you just kind of had them hemmed in on defense for a little bit, you kind of know that they're probably a bit low boost, at least, you know, somewhat. The last thing you saw of your teammate is them kind of just leaving this situation. So if I go back a little bit more, you know, you jump for this, your teammate is floundering around in their net. But yeah, so you see him on low boost, you see him half flip out. So my assumption right now is, okay, my teammate's not going to be around for a little bit. So I can assume that he's probably going to that mid-left boost. That's what makes the most sense in the direction he was going. So what I'm going to do here is, rather than challenge this ball and just like lightly hit it off this corner and just bounce it back where this guy's probably just going to turn and take it for free, I'm basically going to bait this guy into making a touch on the ball that's just going to send it out into the midfield where my teammate's already waiting. And I'm just going to take this because he's going to make this touch whether I jump or not. So if I just do this, he is going to like slap this ball away. And
so
then
priority should be fake challenge, boost grab.
Yes. If you recognize you're in a spot where the touch you can get is not going to be overly beneficial, fake challenge, take the boost. Yes. Because that will basically relinquish possession from the opponents. Because like he's going to hit this ball. There's no way he's just going to leave this. If you actually, and he might, but if you stole the boost, then you could just turn on this anyway. But yeah, it would be way more beneficial than doing this, because all this does is leave the ball for free for them. All right, so this one is all about paying attention to the opponents. So here's where I get to the point of like, this is classic champ who just don't want to look for the opportunities where they have clear chances for control. So like, look at all the space you got. This guy's here. You probably know he's on 0 because he just took the kickoff. This guy's all the way back here. You don't need to just boom this ball, because this guy, especially at champ and especially at any rank above, is going to be ready to play this backboard if the ball goes up there. And because of how far away you are, it's not going to be very difficult for him to get up to it. Now, granted, you hit like the curve up here, which makes things a bit awkward for him, but higher rank, that's definitely not going to be a problem. Instead, what I would do here is recognize, oh, hey, I got a crap ton of space. There ain't nobody near me. So why would I want to bang the ball directly at them in this position when I could just like hit the brakes here and take an air dribble, or go up the wall here and take an air dribble and try to actually do something with this ball as opposed to just hitting it. So don't be afraid to look for those opportunities where the opponents have given you space, even in like unconventional situations. Because yeah, we're moving fast, but we definitely have an opportunity to slow down and take control of this ball in pretty much a 1v1, because Indy is on 0 boost. So I don't really know how effective he's going to be. If you can actually control this ball, you put Atlad in a much more dangerous position, as opposed to if you just slap the ball forward as hard as possible. Ball up the sidewall. Ooh. Okay. So I like the control. What was the attempt here? Were you trying to pinch this thing downfield into the middle? Do you remember?
I was just trying to air dribble, and I got the wrong touch, and then went for a ceiling pinch instead.
Gotcha. So these ones that get like close up near the ceiling are tough, because like you have two problems, right? Because you're trying to keep the ball under the ceiling, but you're also trying to get the ball around this guy. So you're in kind of a pickle where you need the perfect middle ground touch, and that's pretty difficult to get when you're being, you know, attacked by this guy pretty quickly. So what I often encourage in these kinds of positions, right, is this guy is about to full send at this ball, but he's playing the ball. He's not playing you. So what I often like to do in these situations is, there's nothing wrong with just hitting the ball off the wall and not jumping. Like, because you're going to hit this ball even if your wheels are still on the wall. So if you just tap this up, let him go absolutely flying past, and then you can kind of assess where the ball is and play from there, as opposed to forcing yourself into the air immediately, and then meaning that you have to react to whatever happens while also being in the air. It's certainly a lot more tough to do that as opposed to if you were still on the wall. Because yeah, if you just didn't jump here, this guy's still gonna throw himself at this. But if you had just stayed on the wall, then, you know, you could be like here, and now you could like actually read that bounce off the ceiling and play it effectively. You could look for some kind of control. You could look for some kind of pass. You'd have a lot more say over what's going on, as opposed to being in the air like that. So just because you're going for an aerial play does not necessarily mean you need to jump off the wall the second you hit the ball. Okay, and then this one, you don't have to jump. This is tough because, like, we see the ball near their net, so we're like, I'll just jump. I'll apply pressure. I'll do something. Realistically, this is one of those moments where you have to go, what is the good outcome that comes from this? Because teammates over here, they're both in the net. What exactly are we going to do with this ball that's going to actually benefit us here? Yeah, because with the ball this close to the wall, all you can really do is, like, get a pinch of some kind. And, like, it's not like this teammate's going to be able to get back into the middle and be ready for a pass. So what I'm going to do here is I'm like, all right, I can't really do anything good with this ball. I'm just going to let them do something. Because, like, they're not going to be able to get any kind of amazing clear from this position. Like, they might tap it back out into the corner. They might lightly tap it back out into the midfield. So I'm just going to wait. I'll just chill. Because let's just say we don't jump. So let's just say, you know, we're chilling. I mean, it's kind of like, all right, this ball's heading this way. I'll just wait. Oh, hey. Huh. Well, you absolutely could possibly shoot this. Yeah. So just a little bit of patience. If the ball is in a spot where you can't be effective with it, and there's not a teammate in a spot that can play off of it, just let it go and wait for a better opportunity to present itself. Because, yeah, obviously with you diving in like that, you kind of left your teammate in a 1v1. It's a good win. We kind of throw ourselves out of the play. Oh, boy. Okay. All right, so teammate definitely ends up too far forward here, but there's a couple of things. So, we win this ball. As this ball comes across, I am immediately looking for this guy. Because I know he should be coming off spawn. I want to know where he is. Because I need to know, as this ball goes over this way, if he was over here and is able to go for it, or if he was, you know, back on the other side, and we should just cut across to deny this space. Because I see him flipping forward, I might just leave this ball. Because that would be very clear and obvious for him that he should continue moving forward on it. And then I don't create any kind of awkward double commit situation. And I can just kind of pick up pads and wait to see what happens. If you decide that you're going to go for this, just go demo this guy. Don't give him any time to like swing around and actually get any kind of semblance of control here. He's right here. Just go get that. Because if you take him off the field, now you can just calmly turn around and have a 2v1 against the last guy back, which would be way more effective as opposed to swinging around to shore what might be a better challenge angle to actually hit the ball. But in doing so, you've given this guy time to get control, and now he can actually outplay you. We don't want to give them that time if we can help it. And yeah, there's a free demo here if you just go. Instead, you do this, and now you get outplayed, and now your teammate, who probably wasn't exactly sure what you were doing, is now a bit too close, and it creates a whole bunch of awkwardness. Because now he can't turn around fast enough to actually get back. I don't really know why he didn't just challenge, but he's certainly caught in an awkward spot, and realistically, that guy's car shouldn't have even been there. So yeah, look for those opportunities. If they're in a vulnerable spot, just take them off the field. It will put you in a much better position and will make things far, far easier if there are less cars for you to worry about. This is fine. Patience, your last back, so I don't mind this. Tap it into the corner, sure. Recognize teammates there, that's fine. This is another one where we probably move forward too far. Yeah, so this is another one where I think you might be playing for, like, best case scenario. So I see this touch coming out from my teammate. I initially, like, is he gonna get around this guy? Maybe. I actually don't know for sure. He might not. I don't know where the other guy is. He's somewhere out here, I'm assuming. Somewhere. I don't know where, but he's somewhere over there. I don't want to start committing up the field until I know if this thing's about to get boomed directly back at me. Because that's just making it much more difficult for me to make any kind of save. So yeah, I'm not turning up field here. I'm gonna stay angled towards, like, probably the left sidewall, like, exactly as you are. And then be ready to turn back towards the net if I need to, as opposed to facing out like this. Because, yeah, if this guy had been smarter and had just shot this ball, it's in the net. Like, you're not saving that.
Yeah.
You got kind of lucky initially that he doesn't shoot it, but yeah, you can't be leaving the net like that. And then this is just a misread. I think you might be playing the block. I think that might be what happens. Or you just misread the ball. One of the two. This is probably the most obvious moment where you flip for no reason. And it happens right as this ball changes direction. Like, Yeah. This is like the golden example of why you don't do this. Because if you were just still where you are, you're just straight on for it. Easy. But now you're all the way over here. And the ball's over here. It's like, oh, okay, great. Hold on. Give me like 10 seconds while I change my entire course of action and get back to where I can actually make a play on this ball. All the while your opponents are like, all right, cool, free ball. Because, yeah, now you dive because you're so far away from the ball. And they just get a completely free clear. So, yeah, that's like the best example. And, again, you're super lucky that they don't actually score this. I have no idea why they did not get down the field fast enough, but we'll take it. You somehow managed to avoid every single boost pad here.
I'm really bad about that sometimes.
This is honestly impressive. Like, you're in line for all three of these, and then you go for, like, a slalom challenge. You're like, nah, hold on. You've never seen anyone slalom like this. Now, in fairness, like, you're not really thinking about them right now, because your assumption currently is that you're about to get scored on, so you're really not.
I was panicking, I think.
What you need to do right now, and it's kind of this whole thing, because if you ever for a moment just think, okay, I'm getting scored on, you stop thinking about what you need to do next. And that just naturally puts you in bad spots, because the second you stop thinking about what you need to do on the field, you're going to do all kinds of really dumb things. As you can see, where you slalom around the boost because you weren't really thinking about it. So, as I'm rotating back here, my assumption is not that this ball is going in the net, because I have seen even easier open nets than this get missed, even in GC2. Players will miss this. So I'm going to wait. I'm like, okay, I'm going to stay locked in. What can I do? What is the best place I can take my car? I know I need to get back to this net as fast as possible, because if this guy's going to miss, let's say he shoots this and misses, it's probably going to go off this backboard right here. If he misses, he's probably hitting this post. So I don't want to be all the way over here, because this does nothing. If he hits the backboard and I'm over here, that doesn't change anything. That guy's just running on and shooting it. So instead, I'm already planning to take these boost pads, because that takes me to the area of the field that the ball is more than likely to go should he miss this. So I'm just already planning on this, and the ball goes that way. I'm like, all right, cool, whatever. I'll just stay on my plan. This is fine. And now I take all three of these. I swing around. I'm chilling. Maybe I get a bump on that guy as I'm coming through. But now I'm back here with 36 boosts, and I'm perfectly fine. So never get into the mentality that the ball is 100% definitely in the net until it crosses the line. Just keep your thoughts going of what is the best thing I can do for my team at this current moment. And whatever that is, do that. And normally you will, even if you get scored on, it's still like a good muscle memory thing to be able to just understand what you should do in any given situation, so that even if that one ends up in a goal, then the next time you know what you should be doing. And then it just kind of becomes second nature to do the right thing, even in situations where things look pretty dire. And now, this is going to be the most exciting part, because I watched this back a couple of times. You have 2 opportunities in the next, like, 15 seconds to go for passes, and you take none of them. So this is fine. This is a great, like, initial, like, fake-ish challenge, because you bait him into thinking you're leaving, and then you just cut this ball off. Here's your opportunity. Right there.
Yeah.
That's the open space. It's not trying to do this yourself, because you're never going to win this race in trying to control this ball. This is the opportunity. Just roll that ball right over to him. He has a wide open net. Just let him shoot it. If he misses, again, this goes back to at least we made the best play we could. Like, if our teammate lets us down, we can still be happy with the decision we made. Like, all you have to do is side flip here. He's ready for it. Just side flip into this ball, and it's probably in the net. But instead, you try to do it yourself. Or you try to get, like, a stronger touch with, like, your nose while cutting it. And it certainly looks like you're trying to turn this ball yourself, which is not a good idea. Yeah, so just look for those passes. Like, if you see it, just take it. And you're going to have another one right here. This is covered. You can't go this way. He's right there. You're not going to be able to do enough.
I could have got to the left of the ball and side flipped it to him, maybe.
Yep. Because this guy's not touching the ball. He's just floating here. Yeah, if you just drive here and flip right, boom. Because I guarantee you, this guy, no idea this guy's here. He has no clue. He is staring at you. He doesn't care about this. At this rank, if you go for this pass, you are going to beat this guy. Because what's going to happen is he is going to think, oh my gosh, there's a shot coming, and he is going to go dive at you. And the second you flip the ball that way, he's going to be like over here somewhere, and this is just a wide open net. So don't think that you have to do things yourself. Look for your teammate. Instead, twice we try to like cut it ourselves and go for 50s, and we just take away any possibility we have of scoring. As you guys can see, your ability to understand the situation you find yourself in and figure out the best play to make in whatever situation that is is a very big factor as to whether you will or will not win whatever game you find yourself in. So make sure in your guys' own games you really stay focused on how to best approach any given situation so that you can continuously put your teams in successful spots. Of course, thank you everybody so much for watching. I really do appreciate each and every one of you who made it to this point in the video, and I do hope you enjoyed it and found it helpful. If you did, make sure you click that subscribe button right down below so you make sure you don't miss any future Rocket League content. Additionally, once again, if you're interested in some one-on-one coaching of your own, or perhaps you just like to be a bit more involved in the community we're building here, remember to check out my Discord, which is again linked down in the description. And as always, I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you next time. See you later, guys.